time today. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I love this, right? Because we literally hang out together from all over the world. But this is going to be a super short live today because I do have to get off. I have a really fun training with my mastermind community that I'm going to rock the world today. They're going to be so fired up. They're going to not be able to stand on the ground. And I can't wait for that. So Louisiana in the house. Welcome. South Africa in the house. I love it. So when you guys are jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. And again, YouTube, if you're watching the replay, just put replay in the comments. And by the way, TikTok, YouTube does upload the replays later on. So you can always go back to YouTube and watch the replays. Okay. I'm so ready for the mastermind. Yes, it's going to be so good. I got my notes. I can't wait to share with you guys. It's going to be good. I'm excited for the year. How many of you guys are excited for a new year? Put yes in the comments if you guys are excited for a new year. And if you're not, my goal by the end of today is you're excited for a new year. Okay, I really want to help you with that. So today we're going to talk about if you think you're too busy for an online business, I'm going to give you simple ways to make an income in 2026. Okay. Yes. Hey, Matt, how are you, my friend? Hey, UK in the house. How are you? Love it. Love it. Okay. So let's start with this right here. I'll tell you what, you guys, this is the way the world is going. But in 2026, it's going to reward you for mastering and understanding skills, not titles. And if each and every one of you are willing to learn something new in 2026, it can change your life. Yes. Hello. I'm glad you're great, Matt. I love it. Love it. Love it. We need to go live together sometime. I want to help you. We need to just go live sometime. Yeah. Still enjoying my launch challenge. Yes. I love that. Hey, Johnny, good afternoon. Love it. Glad you guys are here. That's for sure. And so we need to think about that. It's not because of these titles that you are going to have. It's because you're going to learn skills. And here's what's great. Skills are learnable no matter who you are, right? No matter who you are. Next, online income is about systems, not hours. We live in a digital world today. You know what that means, right? You do not, my friend, you do not need to work more hours to make more money. You need systems that are out there working for you 24/7. And I'm going to explain that to you. Hello, look at your guys' energies today. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's something that is so important. So let me kind of, I want to just take a minute here on this because this was something that was the biggest breakthrough I had. So prior to me discovering digital marketing, I was trying to make a full-time income in network marketing. And that took a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of hustle. I kind of felt like I was on a roller coaster, right? Because I could work really, really hard and get my income up there. But if I wanted to spend more time with my family, it dipped. And so it was just that roller coaster ride. And so I thought if I worked more, I could make more. And I swear the last 2 days of the month, I would figure out how to get 72 hours in the last 2 days of the month. And, in how long do you want to do that? But I didn't know there was a better way. Okay. I didn't know there was a better way. And then when I discovered digital marketing and I discovered that I can have a system that is out there working for me 24/7. So I traded working all the time to having a system that works all the time for me. You guys, and that's what I want to share with you. Now, the first thing when I heard about how you can have an automated system out there working for you 24/7 that does all of the follow-up, the follow-through, all of the selling for you. Matter of fact, I still have the exact same system that I've had since 2022. And my system made me 6 figures in 6 months and my first million in 17 months. It wasn't me. Matter of fact, I built a $1 million a year business, millions of dollars a year business, and I've never heard the word no. My system does all of that for me. So the first thing I heard when I could have that is I was like, do I have to build it from scratch? How long is it going to take me to learn? What am I going to have to do, right? How many of you guys have ever had questions like that? So what I discovered is it was pre-built and ready to go, which all I had to do to my system was connect my domain, which my domain is Daily Paid Business, my domain, so I can brand me. So I'm not branding a company. When I did network marketing, it was their website. And when you are using somebody else's website, there's no ownership. And when you have no ownership, you're just the contractor. I don't know about you, but there's too much money to be made in the digital world for you to be a contractor. That is my word for 2026, by the way, ownership. And that is my goal in 2026, to help you take ownership of your business, because that's what will help you leave a legacy. That's what will make you 6 figures. That's what will make you 7 figures, when you have complete control. So when I discovered I could have my own system with my own domain, have my own leads, and connect it to my own payment gateways. Yes, that's what I love about this program. Yes, it's huge, right? So you think about it, you guys, when you have your own system, when you get a customer, it's paid directly into your bank account. You're not waiting for another company to pay you, or you don't got to wait every week or every month. You actually can make daily pay. You get a daily paying customer, and you literally get paid every day. Daily deposits, daily deposits. That was my goal, because the entire time, I'm a mom of 6, by the way, and I'm a grandma to 5. If I would have had this when my kids were little, it would have been a dream come true, because it's so fun not having to look at your bank account anymore. But it wasn't me. It was because I was willing to learn skills and have a system. So if you guys are willing to do these 2 things in 2026, congratulations, 2026 can be the best year of your life. Because guess what? Your system will always be working for you 24/7. It doesn't have to be you. So for those of you that don't like sales, or hey, how's Willie from Ohio doing on YouTube? For those of you that don't like sales, or don't want to learn how to sell, congratulations. You will absolutely love this. There's no selling involved. I just serve people. I get paid really, really good money to serve people. Think about that. If you guys have ever done network marketing before, you might have read the book or watched the YouTube video, Go for No. That's how I built my business. Somebody had shared it with me, and I was like, I'm going to build my business by going for no. So I literally made a commitment, because I really wanted to make it work. And I made a commitment to hear 10 no's a day. So I couldn't leave my office until I got 10 no's a day. Sometimes it took a while to get 10 no's, right? Because people weren't responding. And I would finally direct message complete strangers. I'm like, please just tell me no. What am I saying no to? And I'm like, I literally tried to build a 6-figure business in rejection, because I didn't know there was a better way. This is so fun over here. Aw, thank you, my friend. This is so fun, because I just get to serve people. I had the ability to learn new skills, and I have a system. It's got rid of the stress, the overwhelm. And you know what else a system does? It creates a predictable income. Because if you track the data, you'll know how many people need to go inside your system for you to get a customer. I tracked that after 6 weeks of launching my business, because nobody taught me to do it at the beginning. And it was interesting. You guys can scroll through my old content, by the way, back to 2022, and you can hear me say in October of 2022, 1 out of 17 are buying from me. November of 2022 was like 1 out of 13 are buying from me. By December, when I started going live, my numbers went to 1 out of 10. I just marketed on one platform, by the way. When you expand to more platforms, those numbers will be different, because you have more eyeballs until they get familiar with you. That's normal. So I was able to track. So I knew how many people a day needed to go inside my system for me to get a customer. Now, that's freedom on a different level, by the way. And if you're willing to learn that, remember we talked about learning skills. If you're willing to learn that, it can change your life. Just like you, if you have a job, you know how many hours you need to work, and you know how much you're going to make. Your system can do the exact same thing. But guess what? With a system, you have ownership. That's how you build legacy wealth. That's how you're able to leave a legacy for your family. It is amazing. Yes. Mostly when it's pre-built, it's done for you. It's done and ready to sell. Do you guys realize you could launch an online business today, and within 24 to 48 hours, it can be fully automated, ready to go, connect to your payment gateways, your own domain, so you can take ownership, build your own email list, and build your own income stream so you can leave a legacy. amazing. I couldn't wrap my head around it, by the way, when I heard that. I couldn't. I didn't understand. Because when you're used to the hustle, I couldn't understand that there was a different way. But I was ready to learn it. How many of you are ready to learn something new in 2026? Put yes in the comments if you're ready to learn something new in 2026 and have a predictable income that you have complete control over. Put yes in the comments. Yeah, no more burnout. Yes, look at all the yeses. I love that. The next is you can have a 100K business in 2026. Okay, I'm telling you what, it's not about followers. It is not about you being more talented. It's about structure and a proven process. Okay, let me give you a really great example that every single one of you on here can relate to. I love to use my cell phone because I think all of us have a cell phone, yes or yes. So Verizon is a $17 billion a year company off of other people's products. Verizon was like, why would I want to take the time to create my own cell phone, go through the trial, go through the air, go through everything to get a really good phone? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to compete with something that is already proven to work and is already proven to work? Let me explain. Had any of you, when you bought your phone, did you think, I wonder if it's going to work? Now, you might have asked, I wonder if I can get it to work, but you never questioned if the phone was going to turn on. You never questioned if it was going to allow you to make a phone call. You never questioned if it was going to allow you to add your social media apps. You never questioned that because it was already proven to work. That's why Verizon is a $17 billion a year company off of other people's products, because they didn't have to do the hard part. Apple did that for them. And they're like, I'm not going to compete. I'm just going to complete, and I'm going to endorse Apple products that are already proven to work. And Verizon has ownership because Verizon is their own company. But they're a $17 billion a year company, and none of the products in their store are theirs. And when that made sense to me, I was like, this is a no-brainer, because let me explain. I love network marketing products. Drink one every morning, okay? I love network marketing products. You know what intrigued me about network marketing? It was proven to work. Thousands and thousands of people were taking the products. I was looking at the testimonials. There was no questioning if it worked. So that's why I chose network marketing, a proven system. But because it's small ticketed products, and because you got to have a team and you got to pay everybody above you, you only make a small percent. So for example, okay, you only can make a small percent. So for example, if I wanted to make 6 figures off of this product, and by the way, I'm passionate about this product. Okay, so many of you, well, why don't you sell something you're passionate about? Oh, I do, but I'm like really passionate about this. But if I wanted to make 6 figures off of this, I would need 8,300 plus customers. I make several million a year and I don't have 8,000 customers. So I traded selling something I love. I traded it to go into the e-learning industry. Write this. Hello, Maria from Spain. Write this down. E-learning industry. You guys, it's the fastest growing industry out there. I traded to go into the e-learning industry, which where the world is going. Because what did I say? It's not about titles. It's about skills. And I want to teach people the skills in digital marketing because these skills changed my life. So I traded that. And you know what? If I want to make 6 figures in 2026, 72 customers. Is it? So I traded needing 8,330 plus customers for 72, which off of one offer, which is only 6 customers a month. How many of you would be willing, serious question right now, how many of you would be willing to learn skills in 2026, use a system, a proven system in 2026, okay? A proven process, provide structure, 2 hours a day can turn into daily pay. All you need is 2 hours a day. Daily pay, and make 100K in 2026 off of 72 customers, which it breaks down to 6 customers a month. Now do the math on that. This is the part that fired me out. I'm like, all I need is 6? There's 5 billion people on social media alone, and all I need is 6? And I can make 6 figures 100% from my phone anywhere in the world? I'm in. I just need to learn the skills because there's 5 billion people. How are you going to stand out? And if you're willing to gain in skills, because in 2026, you're going to be rewarded for learning skills. If you are willing to gain in skills in 2026, it will change your life. That's it. You got to want to receive the coaching. So in December, I dropped 10 grand, 5 grand on one coach to learn trading, and 5 grand on a 2-day intensive seminar that I'm going to learn how to scale my business to the 10 million mark, the 10-figure mark, I should say, not 10 million, the 10-figure mark, not 8 figures, not 9 figures. How do I get there? Right? Because you always want to learn from people that are where you want to go. And so that's what I did. I found the 2 people, and I'm blinders on to everything else, and I'm learning that. I'm spending 2 hours a day on learning trading, actually about an hour a day on learning trading, and I'm spending another 2 hours a day on how to scale my business, because then guess what? When I learn that, I get to teach it inside my mastermind. And I'm telling you, I'm willing to learn skills, and I will be rewarded because of that. Yes, and I teach it to you guys. Yes. Matter of fact, my training today, I did the notes coming back from Kansas to Texas. I'm so fired up for today's training because I'm going to show my community how to get more eyeballs on their system. Because when you can get more eyeballs on and that's at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time today, by the way, because when you can get more eyeballs on your system, you win. That's the difference of people having success and not. It's seriously that easy. Oh, thank you for being here. I love it. Yes. And I love it, right? But that's it. If you guys literally just focused on this in 2026, it could change your life. I have one offer that expands into multiple offers, but I still just market one offer. And then all you need, if you just focus on 6 customers a month, that's 100K in 2026. That's it, 100K in 2026. How many of you, if you could make 100K in 2026, that would change your life? Put me in the comments if that would change your life. Because I want to share this with you. Working on it. Yes, I love that. You realize this. This is important. You realize if you can start getting a predictable 6 customers a month, because you have a system, because it's not you. Let me explain why I'm saying predictable 6 figures. Because if it was you out there having to direct message people, which I do not do that, because that's not scalable. If you're direct messaging people, that means if you want to make more, you got to direct message more. I want the system to do the work. I want to teach you guys how to get rid of the hustle and the grind and get rid of thinking you got to work more hours to make more money. I want to teach you how to get your system working for you. Because here's the thing, if you can get your system generating 6 customers a month, then your next step is get your system generating 12 customers a month, and let's make 200K a year. And then your next goal is to get your system generating, if it can generate 12 a month, let's get it scalable to 24 a month that you're making 400K a year. Because once you have a proven system working and once you're implementing skills, all you got to do is just do a little bit more of that to generate more customers. When I was told that in 2022, I'm like, yeah, I would love that. Exactly. When I was told that in 2022, I'm like, that's a no-brainer. This was my mindset, by the way. I got to share with you because I didn't understand the power of digital marketing. So if that's how you feel right now, I see you. So when I first discovered digital marketing on September 9th of 2022, when I invested in learning skills, I literally said to myself, I just want to be able to gain in knowledge because I really didn't have any knowledge of digital marketing. I thought I did, but I really didn't, understand. But I wanted to gain in knowledge. I wanted to learn skills and I wanted to apply it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I can just learn this and make 54,000 my first year, that's pretty awesome. Because in college, you can't learn and earn at the same time. But in the digital space, you can. So I was like, that's awesome. I want to do that. So that was my first goal. And I was like, okay, then I think if I can really get it down pat, why don't I go for 300 a day my second year? Because 300 a day is 109,000 a year. No brainer. I want to go for that. My third year goal was to really change my family's life. And that was to go for 600 a day. 600 a day is 218,000 a year. That would dramatically have changed my family's life. So I had a 3-year plan to make a huge difference. Because you guys remember something, you can't eat an apple in one bite. So don't think you're going to learn everything overnight. Well, here's the thing, because I'm super coachable and I was ready to receive the coaching, I ended up making 6 figures in my first 6 months. And I made my first million in 17 months. Because I didn't understand when you promote something that's global and it's one offer where you make 100% profit. So I was no longer sharing my profits with anyone. That's why you only need 72 customers to make 6 figures. That's how I was able to make so much money so quick. It wasn't because I was more talented. It wasn't because I had a following. Matter of fact, my TikTok account was brand new in September of 2022. And if you go back and look at my first videos, you'll crack up. Because I look like complete deer in headlights. Because I was uncomfortable. Because I had a little bit of stinking thinking. And I thought TikTok was for people that were younger. I thought TikTok was a dancing platform. So you might be asking, well, then why did you go to TikTok? Because in digital marketing, it said TikTok is one of the fastest platforms to go to build a business. And here's why. It is based on interest. It's an interest-based platform. Now, you guys, I didn't understand what that meant. That's why learning skills is everything. Okay, so what that means, because I want to share this with you, because this might give you guys a breakthrough today. Interest-based means the only thing that you see in TikTok, YouTube is the same way, by the way. It's TikTok and YouTube. I got TikTok over here and YouTube. It's the same way. TikTok is interest-based, which means what you are interested in is what you see. So let me explain. YouTube is the second largest search engine. How to make money from home, right? It's huge. So let's go back to the interest-based, because I wasn't ready when I launched my business. I wasn't ready to launch it on YouTube because I struggle with long form. I like to just get her done. I love TikTok and just short form videos and get her done. That's just my personality. Now, if you're more teacher style, more detailed, more analytical, you'll crush it on YouTube. My goal is to crush it on YouTube. I make really good money on YouTube. And most of my bundle pack customers come from YouTube. So I can't imagine when I be consistent 2 videos a week, what's going to happen to my business, right? So I wanted to start with the easy button first, but I'm going to learn the skills in 2026 to be good on YouTube. But here's what I'm sharing this with you. And here, I'm going to have you challenge me. Okay. Go, if you're at work during your break or over lunch or before you leave, go to one of your coworkers and say, I was challenged today. Can you do me a favor? If you're on TikTok, can you open your For You page? And I want to compare our For You pages because I was told today that TikTok is based on somebody's interest. And I want you to just scroll on both of them. You're going to see dramatically different For You pages. Or grab your spouse or grab one of your parents or grab one of your kids'. It's going to be dramatically different because it's based on what you're interested in. So with that being said, that's why I launched on TikTok. I was like, wait, so if moms are interested in making money from home And I talk to them how they can work 2 hours a day because moms want more time and make 100% profit and have an automated business so they don't have to spend countless hours direct messaging people. And if I talk about that and moms that are interested in that, my content will be pushed to them. It was light bulb moment for me. That's why you do not need a lot of followers. You don't need followers. You do not. It's not about followers. So that was huge for me. Actually, I'll share a fun fact with you. I didn't have 1,000 followers on TikTok till I was almost 6 weeks into the business. I grew slow because I was so intentional that I made 7,000 my first 30 days. Big difference, right? Huge difference. So I want you to think about that. If you're thinking about growing a business, you create a business account on whatever social media platform you want, and you literally know who you help and why you help them and what are their pain points, and that's all you talk about. Which, don't complicate that because it's just a version of you. It's just a version of you. I'm a mom who I help other moms. And I thought about that. When I launched my business, I'm like, what is one pain? What is one uncomfortable pain a mom has? I mean, we all have thousands. But what is one pain that I could really lean on in with moms and solve that problem for moms? You know what mine was? Help moms never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. That was it. Because I could relate to that. Because you know how many times I took a calculator to the grocery store? So that's what I leaned in on. I was like, I'm just going to help moms never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again because I'm going to show them I have their solution. It's a blueprint. They learn how to have their own online business, work it 2 hours a day, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. And every time they get a customer, what if they just got $300 off of one customer? They got one customer a week. That's $300 extra a week. I bet they would never have to take a calculator to the grocery store. Now, here's what's interesting because, hey, my friend, my number one selling product is 1,400. Okay. I have 5 different products, but I knew if a mom, this is huge what I'm saying right now. I knew if a mom had to take a calculator to the grocery store again, she couldn't even fathom making $1,400 off of a customer. But $300, she could probably digest. So I went in her comfort zone that was comfortable for her, right? And that was comfortable for me to talk about. Now I sell more 1,400s because it's a no-brainer. Because all you need in 2026 is 72 to make 6 figures. I don't know anybody that wouldn't be willing to learn the skills, apply a proven system, and just get structure 2 hours a day and use the proven system to learn how to attract 6 customers a month. I don't know. It's the most brilliant business model I've ever seen in my life. Aw, thank you. I love being your guys' mentor. It's so fun. And I'm excited because today I get to hang out with you guys at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time in our community. And guys, I'm sharing with you, I actually do a live mentorship. I do not sell a course. Courses are where you're left alone. Courses are where they're not updated. I have an interactive program. We actually have 58,100 people inside our community. It's global from all over the world. And I do a live call every single Monday. And then I do 2 live calls a month on Thursday. The first Thursday of the month, I guess it was New Year's this time. The first Thursday of the month is for people that are brand new, how to get started right. Then the second Thursday is me. And the third Thursday of the month, I have a mindset coach come in to help you create that identity of who you need to become to build a 6 and 7 figure business. And then I hang out with you the last Thursday of the month. So there's a lot of interactive live coaching. And there's no monthly expenses for that as well. By the way, you get access to that by having a one-time investment. And because of that model, We've grown. We have 127 six-figure earners just in the United States, 4 six-figure earners in Canada, and we have 20, is it 27 or 29 seven-figure earners in South Africa ran money. Pretty cool. I was in network marketing in a huge company, and I never seen that many six-figure earners, because that's the power of having one offer and making 100% profit. It truly is. Yeah. I'm glad you're blessed to have the $1,400 package. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's it. I want you guys to screenshot this, okay? 37? Is it really 37? Nice. Oh, 27? Okay. Yeah, 27. Yeah. It happens all the time. This year, mark my word, 2026, there will be more six-figure earners and more seven-figure earners in South Africa than in six-figure earners in the United States and Canada than we've ever created in 1 year. Because this just makes sense. Do you guys realize that 9.3 million people have multiple jobs? So let's just do the math on that. If you have an additional job 20 hours a week, what, you're maybe bringing home 300 or 400 a week, maybe 300 a week. I don't know. Like, does anybody know? I'll be one of those. Yes, let's go, Matt. So you think about it. If you're bringing home an additional 300 a week, by the time you take your expenses, your taxes and the gas, you guys realize just one customer through your system is $1,400. One customer could replace you having that other additional job. That one customer could get you 20 more hours back with your family. Probably 25, because you have to count for driving back and forth. That one customer could get you some spare time. Man, when you're working that many hours, you don't have a lot of bandwidth left to enjoy your life. We don't have to settle anymore. This is why I show up live Monday through Friday for you, to help you see there is a better way. There truly is. Yes, there truly is. You just got to be willing to want to learn skills, because you will be rewarded. 2026 will reward people that are willing to learn new skills. Let me give you an example what I mean by that. Education. Okay, let's say this weekend you're on YouTube and you start searching how to become a dentist. And you literally binge watched all weekend long what it takes to become a dentist. Does that mean, because you watched a few YouTube videos, that you've gained enough knowledge and education that you could open your own dentistry on Monday? Of course not. Now, here's my question. Would you want to go to a dentist that became a dentist from watching YouTube? Gosh, I hope not. So what does somebody have to do if they want to become a dentist? They got to go to school for what, 4 years, 6 years, spend several six figures on getting the education to become a dentist. Then they have to go find a dentistry or open one up for themselves. That can take years as well. And we are okay doing that, which we should be okay doing that. But for some odd reason, when it comes to learning digital marketing, we don't think we should have to invest to learn skills. That's wild to me. Because would you rather learn from somebody that is invested in learning skills to help you in digital marketing? Or would you rather learn from somebody that just watched a few TikTok and YouTube videos and they think they can help you? Think about that. People that pay attention. And why do you expect somebody to purchase from you when you're not even willing to invest with you, when you're not even willing to invest with yourself? See, that was a no-brainer for me. Yeah, that was a complete no-brainer for me. And I want you to think about that. And I think the reason why 9.3 million people have multiple jobs is because they think they have to go back to college to get educated to change that. And they don't. I spend an hour in the morning on my education. So I get up in the morning when I'm getting ready. I literally have my phone leaned up on my counter, and I'm listening to training every single morning, and I take notes. Matter of fact, I'll show you my morning notes. Every day I take notes. Like, here's my notes that I took this morning, right? I'll show you. Here's yesterday's notes, right? Some days it's really intense. Look at that. This was the day before note. I take notes every morning. Now, sometimes I do things with those notes, right? Like I have one little chat area I do in ChatGPT that I'll compile all of my notes for the week. I just copy and paste them because I also have ChatGPT on my phone, and I'll copy and paste them. And I will literally say to ChatGPT, I'm like, here is all of my notes for the week. What are the 4 biggest takeaways? Then I'm like, and what should I implement? Because ChatGPT knows my goals. So what should I implement to really help me reach my goals this month? It's pretty cool what happens when you do that. Yeah, pretty cool what happens when you do that, right? And so as I'm saying, you guys, so I focus on skills, and I have my system working 24/7. If you're willing to do that, it can change your life. So what I want to do is, because a lot of you are like, well, what is a system? Okay, what is a system? So dailypaybusiness.com, that's my system. So I want you to go there. Okay, dailypaybusiness.com. My mentor won't even take you unless you're making a very high 7 figures. So it's a coach that teaches how to scale to 10 figures. And so you have to prove to them that you've made the money. Like I had to send in my taxes from last year, and then I had to show them what I made this year before they would even talk to me. Yeah, that's the aggressiveness that I get now, because I have to, right? That's the only way I can teach a community to this size is I have to find people that are just like way up there so I can grab on their shirt tail and learn from them. Yeah. So I'm telling you guys, if you're new to business and you think you're going to learn from somebody that makes 4 or 5 figures, you're not. It's easy to make 4 or 5 figures. The 6-figure mark is harder. Now, learning with them is amazing, but thinking you're going to grow past them is never going to happen. You'll never do more than what your mentor does, right? That was something that was so important to me when I created my community, by the way. I was like, I will become a self-made millionaire so I can show them that they can do it. And then I was like, okay, I just want to make $1 million a year. Well, then I made $4 million a year. And I'm like, man, if I can do that, anybody can do that. That's how I can mentor people that way. That's something that's so important. Because if you think just watching a few YouTube videos is going to get you to 6 figures, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. Just remember that, right? If it was that easy, everybody would do it. And so that's it. So go here to dailypaybusiness.com, check out the system. Now, when you go there, I want you to do 2 different things when you're looking at the system, okay? Thing number 1, I want you to, you're going to put your email in, and you're going to get free access to the Freedom Formula Blueprint that actually breaks this down for you. But I also want you to be thinking about, when you're going through this system, I want you to be thinking about you. Having a system like that out there working for you. Because what's going to happen is, oh, and the link is also in my bio, by the way, because what's going to happen is the moment you put your email in, you're immediately taken to a video. And then you're also sent another video in your email. So if you don't see it in your email, please check your spam or promotions folder. It could have gone there. Do you guys realize between those 2 videos, it literally answers 99% of somebody's questions? Now, if you're that 1% that have a question, email me. Just reply back to that email and email me, and I will definitely answer your question. I do have a call I'm getting ready to jump on. So give me about an hour and I will answer your question. I love that. You know why I love getting emails from you? Because I can fill the gaps with your emails. I'm like, oh, I need to do more videos over that. My goal is to create such a frictionless system that you're equipped with every single thing you need to have all of your questions answered. So, but I want you to think about you having a smooth system like that out there. So what happens is, after somebody watches those 2 videos, somebody will make a decision. Most won't, by the way. Okay, most aren't immediate buyers. Okay, think about that. But what happens is they get inside my automations, which is email automations. I want you guys to think about how many email automations, how many emails do you guys think you get a day? Did anybody have a guesstimate number of how many emails you get a day? Well, I have automations. Now, this is what I love because this is where the journey begins. The journey of the know, like, and trust. I just want people to know what I have, see if they're going to like it, and see if they can trust is a solution for what they're looking for. The ones that say yes, buy. The ones that say no, unsubscribe. I don't know when they unsubscribe. I only know when they buy. I have built a multi-million-dollar business with no rejection. I only know I get a ding on my phone when somebody buys. It's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, tons. I know, tons, right? Oh my goodness. Mostly after the during the holidays. Did you guys get like a lot of emails over the holidays, right? But we love it. It's what works because it keeps you the top of the mind. Now you might be thinking, I don't know how to send emails. I don't know what I would say in them. My system is pre-built for you. All you got to do is plug in your payment gateways in your domain. So when somebody buys, they buy from you. And that's what I love. It's so beginner friendly, but it's also for phenomenal for people that are overthinkers and they know all this stuff, but they don't have a simplified system that is just constantly out there working for them. And it's huge. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And that's what I absolutely love. This is what's changed my life. And if you guys are willing to learn, gain in skills, apply a proven system, and just focus on this. This is what I get to focus on. 6 customers a month makes you $100K in 2026. That's all you got to focus on. How can you get so good with your marketing, and everything's based around marketing? You guys realize no matter if you have a brick and mortar store, no matter if you have a franchise, no matter what you have, there's usually 3 reasons that really 2 huge reasons that people go out of business. There could be a third if the owner doesn't pay attention to the third. The first is they go out of business because their product or service really sucks. Okay. Obviously. Second is they have a really phenomenal product or service, but they don't know how to market. That's the number 1 reason why most businesses go out of business. The third is the management is awful and the ownership doesn't change it. And so the business eventually goes out. But the number 1 reason businesses that have a great product or service or program go out of business is because they don't know how to market. We live in a world today that no matter where you go, people are on their phone. So if you get so good to attract people to you through social media, you win. You win. That's it. You win. When I did network marketing, I needed customers. No matter what you do, you'll need customers. They're buyers. You need buyers. They could be a buyer, a customer. They could be a client, right? Could be a patient. They come in many different forms, but they're buyers. There is nothing in this world that isn't where it is because of buyers. We're all customers of multiple different people, right? If you're driving a car, you're a customer of the people you drop your car from. If you have a cell phone, you're a customer, right? So never be afraid of that. So people buy all the time. People buy all the time. We're all buyers of somebody. That's the way the world works. The more you buy, the more the world thrives. You know, I love this. I got to share something with you, totally off topic, but this is so true. I love it when people that are not making money insult the ones of us that do. They're like, oh, look at them driving that car, or oh, look at, they have this, they have that. Do you realize that's what thrives the economy? That's why the IRS says you can have a tax break if you do this or buy this. We'll give you a tax break because they're forcing us to increase the economy. It's the way the world is built. So they don't always want you paying into taxes. They want you putting it back into the economy. So they're telling you, hey, if you want to hold on to your money, we're going to take 1%. But if you learn, like my accountant on the 30th, he goes, Michelle, you need to go spend $5,000. I'm like, on what? I don't need anything. He goes, yeah, you do. I had to go buy a computer. I bought this. He told me to, and it literally, that just spending $5,000, I saved 12% on my taxes. That's what happens when you have a really good financial planner. That's what they want. They want us putting more money into the economy. That's how the world grows. So, and I prior to that, I invested 10,000 on coaching. And that's a complete write-off, by the way. So my program is literally a complete write-off for you. And not only is it a complete write-off, it unlocks other tax breaks for you. And I can hook you up with a really great tax gal. Her name is Kim Tracy. I actually shared one of her videos yesterday on my stories. I'll do it again today. It'll be later today. Follow her, you guys. She gives you the most brilliant tax ideas that save you so much money on your taxes. Just the money you're going to save on your taxes from having an online business is worth it. Even if you do none of that, by the way. Yeah. Even if you do none of that, by the way. Yeah. So anyway, I do got to balance because I have my mastermind call coming up here in 6 minutes and I want to get my slides ready for them. So I will be back tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow's Freedom Friday. So you're going to have freedom to ask me anything. But you guys screenshot this. Again, get inside my automated system. Check it out. Check it out to learn. But check it out so you have the ability to understand what a system is. And I want you going through that system thinking about how cool it would be for you to have a fully automated system like that out there working for you. This is how you do not have to have a lot of hours to make money. This is a simple way to do it. Your system will be out there generating that for you. And by the way, if you're in my community, I'm actually showing you how to get more eyeballs on your system today. That's the call we're doing today at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, I do that. I don't have a course to sell you. It's an interactive program where you're going to get coaching and mentorship and simple ways to make money online in 2026. If that is something you're interested in, I would absolutely love to work with you and help you make 2026 the best financial year of your life where you learn how to build wealth. Build wealth, not make money that you have to trade time for dollars. I want to help you build wealth. Do less and make more. Yes, Jimmy, our freedom machine. And that's why I named it our freedom machine, because it's just freely out there working for you 24/7. And I absolutely love that for each and every one of you. So sorry I was late getting on today, you guys. I'm still trying to get set up here in my place in Dallas. But YouTube, I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. TikTok, I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. And as always, TikTok.